Hello, Groove! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Groove LemonAid number 23. Today we are going to be talking about all sorts of stuff. Hopefully you're going to jump in and ask your questions in the comment section of this live stream. And yeah, let me just put up the banner so everybody understands what we are doing today. As basically on any other Q&A that we did so far, which is 23 in the past, we are going to answer your questions. So if you have any kind of questions related to Groove, marketing strategy, a page builder, whatever you would like to know, I'm here for you. And now that I'm talking, I'm just watching my, looking at my ugly red t-shirt, and it's just kind of super bright, so I don't think I will be wearing this one because it's kind of hurting my eyes. So yeah, note for the future. Yes, I can see Internet Marketing Pro Team saying hi, David. Hi, Internet Marketing Pro Team. It's good to have you here. Feel free to ask any questions you have so far. I'm feeling energized today, and hopefully we'll get you your answers. Kazim is watching us from Facebook. Hey, Kazim, it's good to have you here. I had some trouble last week with the Facebook comments. Hopefully this week it is not happening again. They just stopped coming in for some reason. Have no clue what was the issue, but hopefully today is going to be different. I have Internet Marketing Pro Team saying Kevin Jacobson is his name. So it's good to have you here, Kevin. Yes, so you know how we do the things on these Q&As. There is a post that is kind of an announcement post, which is getting added to the group where people can leave their comments. And then usually when we start this Q&A, we go in there and then have a look at the questions from here. I have it opened, and we're just going to jump in and dive into those questions first. I have seen only one so far added on to that post. So we'll get that answered in a jiffy, and after that we can continue with your questions. So definitely, in case you have a question, make sure you pop it into the comment section of this live stream, wherever you may be watching from, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're going to get those questions out there to the public and answering them. Also, before we actually start, I also want to mention something else. When you are going over to our YouTube channel and you see any of these live Q&As, let me just show you on here. So for example, one of these Q&As is just happening right now, but in case you go and click on this thumbnail previously, for example, this one, we are going and timestamping each and every one of these. So if you're asking a question, for example, what is the most uniform, surefire way to style links? Okay, this is something that you can find in the search results also. How to style links in Groove or something like that, then this would show up. Also, if we just copy our style links and we head over to support.groovedigital.com, you'll also be able to find this information from here, because we're actually timestamping the videos, and we are also adding them in here. So the video name is the exact same, so it's Groove LemonAid number 20, and this is also getting timestamped in here. So the search from the support is also looking into the timestamps, so you'll be able to find the content in here as well. And there's quite a lot of questions, as you can see, that I managed to answer in a Q&A, but that's not all. We do have Groove video search as well. So in case you are looking for something from past videos, for example, style links, it is very it's an automatic way of searching. So in case you are searching for different results, like let's just see, GrooveBlog demo, for example. There's nowhere where I talked about GrooveBlog. Maybe just this way, GrooveBlog demo. Here we go. So as I said, this is an automatic way. It transcribes the videos, and then it allows you to search different texts within the videos. So you can also look through these in case you are looking for something. Let's just check out Builder. Okay. Checkout Builder is getting talked about in Groove LemonAid 13, 14, 16, 18, 20. 19, and all the other videos. So for example, let's just click on the newest one, and the number 20. This is where I talk about the checkout builder. Does it have an expiration date? And when basically you created a coupon, so now you can create using the checkout builder. Basically, I do a demo through the checkout builder in this video. So in case you're searching for something, you know what you want, the keywords you want, you can easily head over to the groovevideosearch.com as well, and then find things through our videos. You don't really need to go and like visit each and every one of our Q&As. We tried to find a system to categorize these nicely, but it's just impossible with a number of different questions that are getting asked, and the different variations of the words that are being used to ask one specific question is just like unlimited, and there's really not a way that I found so far to categorize these. So at this moment, it's just like searchable directories within YouTube, within our support desk, and also in the Groove video search. So I wanted to mention this one if you are searching for some questions that were mentioned maybe previously. Okay, so let's just see who is with us today. I have a Facebook user saying hello. Hello to you, Facebook user. I don't really know who you are. So if you could, I would appreciate if you head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This would allow me to click on your comments, display it on the screen, and also show your image, the profile image, and your name. So if you click on streamyard.com, there's a link somewhere in the description as well, then you're going to get the option to show up, like for example Anna did that. She clicked on the link, and now I can see her name, I can see her profile image, and when she has a question in the future, I can just say, hi Anna, let me answer your question for you. Eduardo is here. Hi, David. Nice to be here in your session today. Thank you very much, Eduardo. It's good to have you here as well. Guy Green saying good morning, everyone. Facebook user saying hi, David. Another Facebook user saying hello. So, guys, you could be new. You could be just in a need of a refresh as well. But if you need to do any of these, just head over, please, to the streamyard.com/Facebook. For all the new members that are starting to watch my live stream, I would appreciate if you do this, because that's just one click just to approve Facebook, so it shares the information like a profile image and your name with me, so I can click on your comment and display your comment so that it is showing up with a name, so I can understand who sends the comments. So once you do that, it's going to be showing up like Fraser over here. He's asking questions. Fraser, yes, it is available. I'm going to demo it later on, but please, if you could, I would appreciate if you read this. Ask your questions in the comments, please include a Q in front so I can answer it for you. If you have a question for me, please include a Q. I would appreciate that tremendously. Okay, so there is a change I want to mention immediately. There was a long intro of 8 minutes, but I want to mention a change that is happening today. There's going to be an email sent out in a moment, but due to reasons that we cannot manage, we had to cancel tonight's Groove Digital Presents. At this moment, if you received the links from yesterday about the Groove Digital Presents webinar that Groove organized, it's not going to be happening anymore. There, as I mentioned, there is going to be an email sent out. It's just something that happens when you're planning, and then unfortunately something comes up and you cannot do the thing anymore. And that happened today with us as well. So there will not be a Groove Digital Presents tonight. If you are preparing to learn about SEO, that may be a different day or not. We'll need to see what happens, but you'll be seeing announcements on that later on. Oh yeah, the one at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, correct. Yeah, so that one is going to get canceled, or it's getting canceled, so it's not going to be a webinar today. Okie dokie, let's just go on to the Q&A section of this video, and we are going to be answering this question from Suvina. Suvina had posted her question on the scheduled live stream that I added on yesterday. she has a couple of questions in one comment, so we're going to go through all of these. How to integrate Groove with ActiveCampaign email list. So ActiveCampaign is a native integration that you can connect to Groove directly. If you would like, you can just head over to the upper right hand side corner, click My Integrations, and here in the Add button, you can select an integration which says ActiveCampaign. Yeah, ActiveCampaign. There we go. You can give your integration a name. Let's just say Suvina's ActiveCampaign account is the name, and then you just copy over your API key and the URL. Okay, let me just see if I have a shorter demo of this one, and I'll just have a look at my notes. But there is a way in ActiveCampaign. I don't really have an account at this moment with ActiveCampaign, but once you have your account, you can just head over to the settings. I believe it's there, and then you can copy over your API keys, and that's going to allow you to integrate with ActiveCampaign. So here we go. I'm going to reply to her with a shorter video on how to basically integrate ActiveCampaign with Groove. Let's see the next question. How to integrate Groove with Kajabi. Groove and Kajabi integrate through webhooks. There is a video on our YouTube channel about this one. Kajabi doesn't really have a way to bring over like pages and things like that. But in case you have a purchase, somebody purchases a product through GrooveSell, you can get them into Kajabi by the Kajabi webhooks. If you type in Kajabi in our YouTube channel, you're going to see a video how to integrate GrooveSell with Kajabi. It's a 2-minute video, so it's very fast. You can integrate it very fast. It's not super complicated. It's just going to guide you through step by step of the way, so you can do that on your end. So I'm going to link that one as well on here. I'm just going to reply to my comment on here. How to integrate with ActiveCampaign. There's a video for her on how to integrate with Kajabi. Then there's a question that she is asking: if we share a site on Groove, does that one single page get shared or the entire funnel? So very good question, Suvina, and this also relates to a question that Fraser had earlier. Do we have a share option? Yes. How does it work? So at this moment, we have a share site functionality. Let me demonstrate it. So when you have a site that is, let's just call it a brand project, so a project related to one brand, and let's just say that this is my brand project. Okay, so I have a couple of different pages. These are my website pages. I also have a couple of different funnels on here, and this is my project related to one brand. I have my website pages, which are here in this pages section, and I have my funnels. I'm with that one brand, I'm selling multiple different things through funnels, and these are the funnels lined up over here. If I come over here to the upper right hand side corner and click share site, this is called a shared project. Basically, you get all the pages and all the funnels exported, and then you can import it on somebody else's account by just clicking onto the add button over here, and it creates a link so that you can just copy over the link and share it with somebody. It's very, very simple. You can copy the link, and if somebody comes and imports or basically opens up this link, they need to be logged into a Groove account in order to do that. If they import it, it will immediately just jump into the My Sites section where you'll be able to see the page. If somebody doesn't have a Groove account or is not logged in with a Groove account yet, this link, the share link of a site, is going to open up this page and allow customers to sign up. But once you sign up through this link, it has an affiliate link attached to it, and this is the affiliate link from the person that created the share link. Okay, so in case you copy over the share link and you share it with your client, they sign up through that through this page, they will become your signups. Basically, they will become sign up under you, and you'll be an affiliate. So if they purchase, you'll get a commission on their for the purchase. So that's basically it. If they are logged in, the template or the brand project will be imported immediately to their account. If they are not logged in, they will see this screen, so they can either sign up or log in, but then they will need to click again on the link so that the template gets imported. So hopefully that explains it a little bit better on how our shared functionality works. We do have plans, and this is going to be coming very shortly, the ability to share a specific page and a specific funnel. At this moment, we have the share functionality and the share features, but we are going to extend it also to our pages and funnels. And with our Groove funnel mapping, so basically where you are going to map out your funnels, you'll be able to also share out that funnel map and the sequences and the whole shebang. So it's going to be awesome. And it's going to allow you to share it with your affiliate link, without an affiliate link, and things like that. So it's going to be awesome. So the sharing capability is just going to be better and better, and we're working on that right now. Okay, so that's an explanation, a more extended explanation on this one. Can you explain how the layout feature works in settings of Element? So at this moment, I mentioned that last time and the time before that, there are videos out there in the Facebook group and on YouTube. I don't want to get into the layout feature because it is getting removed. So at this moment, when you open up any element, oops, not this one, but this, here you have the layout option behind my big head. There we go. So the layout option, and then the layout, you have different display properties. Block, inline table, table row, table cell, non-flex, blah, 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 which are completely not necessary to know a lot about, because these are CSS display properties, and they don't really do much of a difference if you understand them or not. So the thing is that you need to understand that there is a functionality called none, which allows you to hide certain things on the screen. So in case you hide it, it basically hides it this way. It's a bug. It should display, is just need to be like a bit more transparent like this. This is a bug and it's getting fixed. But for example, on here, it's still visible, but it's hidden. It's not going to be showing on the live version of the site when published. So the layout functionality is something that the builder is going to be doing automatically. So in case you do a change, you put on an element, and if you drag it or do any kind of resizing, it needs to understand that. So this is why I'm not getting into explaining what the layout does. There are content on that one if you search through the group, if you search through the YouTube channel. So just type in different CSS display properties. You can learn more about that. But we are removing that. We are removing the functionality so that you don't really have to manage that by yourself. It's going to be managed by the system. It's going to be built in to the system so that it does it automatically. That's kind of it. And when we created GroovePages, it was meant for the users that are more advanced and that are also beginners. We had a expert mode toggle switch on here, but everybody was just using the expert mode, and that now leaves a lot of different options that are not managed all the time. Like, a lot of users don't use the custom attributes fields over here. A lot of people don't use the different layout options, and because it doesn't have to be there. Well, I said it. I said a word that I shouldn't have. We're not going to remove it. We're not going to like completely delete it out of the system, but we're going to make it easier so that you don't have to make the choices like what display property needs to go into the each and every element and so on. We're going to make it easier so that the system does it automatically, so that you don't have to learn and know everything that it offers. The capabilities of the system are still going to be there. It's just going to be like simpler to understand. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. So I tried doing mobile optimization and checked single screen override mode too, but after that, also when I delete and or moved a pix location, they got changed in desktop too. How to avoid this? So if you are modifying content in any way, like if you're moving it from one block to another, for example, or you are deleting the content that is not connected with the responsiveness, because the responsiveness is just saying like, on the styling of that element on this device, show it this way. But if you move that element, it's moving everywhere. You cannot have one picture on a desktop here and then the same picture on a mobile here. That's not how this works in our builder. Could be that there are builders out there where you can just click the delete on an element and it just deletes it on one image, but on one device. But we don't duplicate the content for each and every device separately. We have the content on a page, but the styling on where it is, like what kind of properties are added to this element, are changed on different devices. So let me just demonstrate. If I click on the block, let me just go back in here. So let me open a different example so that it's more colorful. Here we go. So let's just say that we have this get started today button. If I want to like just move it out, it's going to change also on each and every device, because I literally took the content or the element and moved it in the code. So it's not displaying anymore in the first block, but it's in the second block. So moving or deleting or removing the content, it's not responsiveness options. It's basically literally removing the element from the code, so it doesn't display anymore. So responsiveness doesn't work that way. Responsiveness works with the styles. So everything that you see in here in this right-hand sidebar, if you modify this, then you can modify it differently on the different devices. For example, if I have this button and I want to move it, I don't know, for example, here, like just to be this way, for no apparent reason, then I can. But on the other devices, it's not going to be showing that way. It's going to be still staying where it is. So this right-hand sidebar editor is connected with the responsiveness options. If you delete something, it's removing it literally from the code. If you like take it and drag it out somewhere else, it's also like moving and placing it differently. So it's not a responsiveness option. So these are the options for the responsiveness. Hopefully that explains it a bit better. Okay, so let's see a few more comments. Why are there 2 links for sharing? Oh, that's because I created 2 links for sharing. So you can create as many links as you want. If you want this to share with one group, this to share with another group, you can add as many links. If you don't want them, you can disable them and delete them. It's just like you manage that completely. So if you want to add 500 different share links, you can have 500 different share links. One share link will work for multiple users. It's not user specific, so you don't really need but you do have the option to, in case you want to track how many people click on this link and you shared it with one Facebook group, then you can do that. If you want to do this other link in a different Facebook group and track who clicks more times on it, and you can still do that. Tracking is not an inbuilt functionality of these links, so you'll need to probably use a tracking system for that one. Okay, these were the questions from the live stream from Suvina. In case you didn't have, basically, in case these questions were not covering yours that you would like to learn about, make sure you just jump into the live stream comment section and then ask them on there. Okay, so we're going to go to the question box from this live stream, and here we go. So the first question I have, there is no Q, but I would appreciate in case you put a Q in front of your questions, in case you're watching this live. How can we developer work done without giving our passwords? Funnel sharing. So yes, basically what I shared just earlier. In case you are a designer, and or basically, yeah, you are a designer and you want to work a design, you want to create a design for somebody else, you can just do the design on your end, create a share link and share it with your client. You basically just bring over the design to somebody else. In case you are an agency or somebody that creates websites and hosts it, and then um, like basically provide kind of not only services for design but more options for selling and things like that, and you have the option to create the content and create the brand on your account, on your Groove account. But this way you'll need to have a way to either uh, give access to your customers through sharing your password, which is not recommended at all, or you have the other option, which I suggest, is to get your affiliate link, share it with your clients, share it with your customers, and get them to sign up to Groove, and then basically transfer over the design that you created, or just get the information, the login information from them, and just develop everything on their end. Um, that's how I would do it, and that's what I suggest, because that allows you to get also some affiliate commissions in case the customers or the clients upgrade at a later point. So that's something that I suggest. So just get them your affiliate link, get them to sign up, and then have their login details shared with you, and that's basically it. So you can start working on their end. Ivor has a question: can we use a private domain name in GrooveMember? As a matter of fact, we have been working on that functionality, and we can just double check if it is deployed. If it is not deployed, then it is going to get deployed early next week. So let's just have a look. If you go into the content memberships, there is going to be an option. It is not out there, but it's going to be an option here called settings. I can demonstrate it on one of our test accounts. Yes. Moment, I'm going to show you how it's going to work, but it's going to be working like every other app. Like you go into the account settings to set up a domain. So here, if you go into the account settings here with this hamburger menu and you add on your domain over here, you're going to be seeing another option, or actually two options, which will be for GrooveMember portals and GrooveMember memberships. Once you do that, you're going to come over to the memberships, and here there is going to be a setting option. This, what I'm showing you right now, is not live. It's a test account on our end, so it is not going to be available at this moment right now. Next week, you're going to see this in your dashboards. So in the settings, it is going to allow you to choose your custom domain that you set up in the account settings. That's basically it. You're going to have similar settings for portals on here, where it's going to allow you to just choose a custom domain and manage your memberships on a custom domain. That's basically how it's going to work. Okay. I'm trying to avoid giving developers access to my back office. Can they just create everything in a free account and share? Yes, you can do that. Hi, David. Thanks again for the great ongoing support. My pleasure, Tyrone. My pleasure. How do I put my GrooveBlog on website that is on GroovePages, but I have my own domain? How do I put my GrooveBlog on my website that is on GroovePages, but I have my own domain? Eduardo, GrooveBlog and GroovePages are two separate platforms. You cannot just add a GrooveBlog to GroovePages. What I believe you may be asking is how to connect it so that it works together on one domain. That you can do just simply deciding what is going to be the root domain. And the root domain, I mean, is going to be, let me just do something very quickly on here. Hold on. There we go. So I just wanted to open Google Docs, and let's just say eduardo.com. Okay, this is called a root domain. Okay, if you want blog.eduardo.com, this is going to be called a custom, sometimes not even called a custom, but subdomain. Okay, so you have eduardo.com. Let's just say that you want to use this in GroovePages, and blog.eduardo.com, you want to use this in GrooveBlog. You can connect it this way. You can connect it also that the root domain is in GrooveBlog, and then this one is in GroovePages. Let's just call it funnel.eduardo.com. You can do this one as well. So it just depends what you want to do. Let's just say in most of the scenarios, people will be using this this setup, and let's just say that eduardo.com is going to be connected to GroovePages. In that case, you need to connect it with the name servers. This means that you go and choose the yes please option with the current DNS setup. This is what you need to select. Here we go. I will explain this. So let's just say you have eduardo.com and you want to come in to your account, domains, and you are adding a domain. Here you type in eduardo.com, you select GroovePages, and you click yes please. This will give you two name servers. This will give you two records that you need to copy and then paste somewhere else, as you can see over here. Apollo, and you copy this one, bring it to your domain name registrar, and then you bring this over the second name server, and then when you're done, it's going to propagate for a bit of time. So once you see over here status active, it's going to allow you to manage the DNS records. Okay, so once you set up your root domain, which is eduardo.com, okay, using the yes please option, now you can go in and set up your blog. So you do this by navigating over to the domain settings. You will find eduardo.com and you will open it like this. So click on the edit button, and here you will see the DNS records. These are the DNS records which say if somebody types in this one, do this. If somebody types in this one, do this. Basically, we'll do over here, we'll add a CNAME record, which will say blog, because this is the actual subdomain. It will be like this.com or something like that. In our case, of this demo, it's going to be blog.eduardo.com. So the name needs to come over here. That's the first thing before the dot. And then the content is going to be host10.groovepages.com. There we go. So now that we have done this one, we have a subdomain which we can connect with GrooveBlog, and we have the root domain which we can connect with GroovePages. Now you just need to go into the both platform. In GroovePages, you just publish your page on the domain, and in GrooveBlog, you go and publish your domain and publish your blog on the domain that you just connected, and that is basically it. I'm showing this one right now, and I haven't done a proper training video on this one because this system right now is changing within the week or two. We are currently working on making this system easier to understand, much more functional, and it's going to automatically decide all this CNAME record stuff that I just shared with you. So the settings I did, where I went in and clicked edit, and here adding on this records is going to be more automatic, so you don't really need to go and do all of this yourself. Once you go into GrooveMember, you're going to just click publish the membership on this domain or this subdomain. It's going to be more automatic, and the DNS records will be handled for you, so you don't need to do much. But with the current system, and if Eduardo wants to connect his blog with GroovePages right now on the same domain, this is the system that you would need to follow. Okay. Tyrone has a question. When adding Facebook pixel to GrooveKart, are the events automatically managed by GrooveKart? I see a number of events on my store using Pixel Helper without having added any code to page headers yet. Thanks. GrooveKart, so I don't know about all the events, but there's quite a few things that we automated just by having a different system than GroovePages. When you get a Facebook pixel, you have to copy over the whole Facebook pixel and then add it manually on the pages. But in GrooveKart, it is managed differently. It asks you for just your ID, I believe, or just a smaller amount of details, because we automated more processes within GrooveKart. So it may really be that you just need to add that on, and it follows everything, because in GrooveCell you need to manually add your full-on pixel. In your GroovePages, you need to really like manually add on your pixel to the elements and set up the conversion tracking. But in GrooveKart, it's more automatic because it's a dynamic store, which you don't really have that many options yourself. It's not like a static page and you need to tell each and every element itself what needs to be done, but it's more dynamic, that it's systematized. So it's enough if you just put in your Facebook pixel and just like more things are automated. So it is, I'm pretty confident, Tyrone, that that it is made much easier in GrooveKart than in GroovePages. So that's basically that. Is it possible to hide sections to certain access levels in GrooveMember? Right now, there's only a locked symbol, but it would be great if you had the option to call hide for users that don't have access. Yes, we have that in the to-do list. We are going to be adding more functionality to who sees what. The first thing is adding on draft mode for posts. That is something that we are working on and will be probably deployed in the next week, by the end of next week. Draft mode is going to allow people like you who are building out the membership to work on different posts and categories, but not really publish it out for the live for like viewing on a live version of the membership. And this is like the first step going towards more a customized view of who sees what. But yes, that's on a to-do list. Okay, since GroovePages now converts images to WebP, is there any reason to compress images using a tool like TinyPNG? Will GrooveKart behave the same way now? GrooveKart also has the system for WebP images. Let me just show you. So in case you go to GrooveKart, and if you like, this is on a newer stores. The older stores may not have this functionality. In case you opened up the store last year, sometime you may not have this functionality. But let me just show you. If you right click over here to any of the images, you can see that the image is WebP.web here. I need to zoom in a bit. There you go. So WebP. So GrooveKart has the same thing as well. GrooveKart handles the images a bit differently than GroovePages, but even though this is being done, I definitely suggest optimizing your images for image size, because not every browser has support for WebP. Like for example, a lot of people use Safari. Safari is a creation from Apple, but they don't support WebP images. They don't have support for these images. And in those cases, even though most modern browsers do, Safari, for example, would display the images in JPEG or PNG, and in those cases, an optimized image would always load faster than anything else. So even though there are different technologies like WebP and SVG and all sorts of different stuff, it's always better to optimize the image and then allow the browsers to just use as they want it, because it's going to be fast on wherever the customers may be coming from. So that's my suggestion. I always do that. I always just have TinyPNG open up, or I use image compressor. I don't know. I just find it. Oh yeah, I need to image compress, and then it's already in there. So yeah, whenever I am designing my own pages, my clients' pages, or I do some other work where I need to upload an image online, definitely the first thing that is going is to be compressed so that it's smaller, it's more manageable, and it's faster to open on any kind of website. Question: I have two funnels under one subdomain Groove site. When I change the folder for one funnel, it changes the folder name for the other funnel, which broke the links in GrooveCell. Is this normal? Not that I know of. That would definitely need to be checked, but we can do a quick check on here right now. So this is Online Teacher Dude. Online Teacher Dude has a site with two funnels. So let's just create a site with two funnels. I'm just going to go into the funnel section, and one is going to be the CBD sales funnel. Funnel, not funnel, funnel folder testing. Right, so I open this. It starts importing. There we go. So now we have a funnel with CBD funnel. CBD funnel. There we go. This is my CBD funnel, and this is the homepage for the CBD funnel. I'm going to publish it out immediately so we can track if something changes. So I'm going to publish it on let's call it MediaPio, and we'll use a subdomain funnels funnels.mediapio.com. There we go. We're publishing this out. We have funnels.mediapio/index . We're going to name these pages of this funnel so that we don't confuse the system. CBD home. CBD check. This URL is automatically generated so that two pages don't have the same like page URL if they are in one brand website. So OTO, CBD OTO, CBD OTO, and TMQ. Let's just use this. CBD, TMQ, CBD. Thank you. Okay. So let's just publish it out now again. Let's have a look how it looks like. There we go. Let's reload. There we go. So now funnels.mediapio.com/cbd-home. Okay, let's just create a new funnel. I'm going to do a fitness booking funnel. Just to reread the question, I have two funnels under one subdomain Groove site. When I change the folder for one funnel, it changes the folder name for the other funnel, which broke the links in GrooveCell. So the folder, if you're using the .groovepages.com subdomain system, folder is related to one brand project. Okay, so this may be your issue here. If it is not a custom domain, but it is a folder like this, one folder is for one project brand, one brand project. Basically, a folder is like, let's just call it funnel testing. Okay, I now get what may be the issue that you're facing. Folder is one folder for the whole brand project on the groovepages.com subdomain that you have. Okay. If you're using custom subdomains, that is completely different and it doesn't really change. But if I have a folder and I want to publish this fitness booking funnel, the folder funnel testing is still apparent for that, because it is going to be something.groovepages.com/funnel testing / the page name of the funnel pages, CBD home and so on. So this may be the issue, that you're actually trying to change the folder name, and you're expecting that one funnel has this folder name, the other funnel has the other folder name. It's not how it works. If you are using your own domains, then you can create a custom subdomain, but it will still be for one brand project, which will be your brand website and all the funnels on there. It's just going to be / your funnel pages name. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, I don't see any follow-up from the author of this comment, online teacher dude, but I'm pretty confident that that's the issue that he is facing. So now if I go to this link, it is actually my GroovePages subdomain over here, then the folder name, then the actual page name. If you change this folder, it's going to change it for the whole site that you are working on. So don't do that. Okay. Let's just go on to the next question. Let's see what is the next question. GrooveKart add to cart button now takes customers to checkout instead of allowing them to continue shopping. Is this the bug? Behavior changed recently? No, you still have the ability to choose what you want to do. It was previously in the settings options, but now we removed the setting options. So let's just explore where that functionality is together. So if we go into the admin dashboard of one of my test GrooveKart stores, we can explore together by going into the builder. Everything is managed in the builder. So this is most probably in the shopping cart settings somewhere here. Either here in the settings. Okay, not this one. Then checkout. Okay, custom checkout page. Add to cart. Click to action. Here we go. So you go to shopping cart. Click these 3 dots. Edit settings, and here you can see. Let me just move my head to the other side. You have here the not this one. So you go to the checkout, 3 dots, edit settings, and here you have the add to cart. Click to action. Okay, here you can see when somebody adds an item to a cart, you can choose a redirect to the checkout page. You can show a flyout cart, or you can choose a pop-out cart. A pop-out cart allows you to have it's going to be like a pop-up in the middle of the screen where customers can choose either a bump, go to the checkout, or go to continue shopping. The flyout cart over here, it doesn't have the option to continue shopping, but this is a request that you can put a flyout cart or a float cart. You can modify it yourself. Let me just show you how that looks. Instead of like below the proceed to checkout, you can actually put just a normal button, which would direct people back to your homepage, for example. You can make this button large, like full width. You can choose the colors, and you can just set up the URL so that it navigates back to your homepage, for example, or to a category page or somewhere else. So you can manage that one. You can just say continue shopping. Or I wouldn't use this like full button. I would use probably something like this, and then make it full width and put some borders around it because it looks kind of ugly right now. So put some pinkish borders in 1, 2. Oh yeah, we need to select what kind of borders. Here we go. And now we can just choose like that. There we go. So now we can name this one. We can say continue shopping and connect it to our homepage. And link type to a page, which is going to be our, I don't know, test page or something like that. Or you can just send them to a link or a category or somewhere else where you want. So that's kind of it. This is all what you could do right now. It's allowing you to modify the flyout cart, and you can manage where the customers will go after they added something to the cart, which I believe this is great. Before we didn't have the options to modify this flyout cart, but now it's like completely drag and drop, and this is just going to come from the side of the page when somebody adds something to the cart. And here you also have elements for the flyout cart that need to be on there. You have the main elements and proceed to checkout. Buttons you can manage yourself. You can just choose different layouts and rounded borders and pre-designed options. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. How do I store the information, name and email that I get on my opt-in box, and how can I access this information, or if this can be done with GrooveMail? How is it done? So you can create a GrooveMail form, and you can use that. You can use that in your GroovePages so that you can access it through GrooveMail. You go to GrooveMail leads, and then you find the contact, and you can see all the information that was collected in there. At this moment, you could also automate it and collect, for example, information on a Google Sheet through the Zapier integration. If you created a form in GroovePages and you want to, for example, connect it to Google Sheets, you can use a tool called Zapier, which is directly built into to Groove as an integration. You can just very simply connect it to Google Sheets, so that everybody that fills out the form, that information is going to be collected in Google Sheets or Gmail or whatever you want to use, a third-party app. But you can do that in GrooveMail as well. Kevin is asking, can we currently do 2-level recurring affiliate program for our membership site monthly subscription? Can you show it? 2-level recurring affiliate program is only available if the actual JV link is being shared. With a normal affiliate link, you don't have 2 levels as with Groove. You need to share the JV link for the second tier. That's how it works with the memberships. You can, but it's through the JV link. So whenever you have let me just hide this. Whenever you have an affiliate program, you are creating a promo tools like groovejv.com. Have a JV, these promo tools on here, and when you go to links, you have the affiliate link and the JV broker link for the second tier affiliate. The same kind of promo tools will be available for you as well for your product in case you are creating an affiliate program. But using this second tier affiliate link is going to allow you to have the second tier. The normal link for your membership, this is not going to allow you 2-tier built-in memberships. Yes. I have a block on PC view, but not on mobile. I also have blocks on top of the mobile. I have blocks on top of blocks on mobile. That's not sure what I should do with this one. That's not kind of a question, that's a statement, but you would need to like edit it, modify it. Not sure what I should say about this one. I don't know how it looks like. So Scott, in case you do have a question and want my help, feel free to ask a question. At this moment, this is not a question. While being on a free plan, we can create only 3 funnels. No, not 3 funnels. So does that mean we can share 3 funnels only with clients? If we want to deliver more funnels, we need to delete our existing funnel. You cannot only create 3 funnels. You can create as many funnels as you want. You can create 3 brand project sites. Okay, so what that means is you can create 3 sites that will have unlimited number of funnels, unlimited number of pages, and basically 3 of these. We don't limit the pages and funnels. It's 3 brand projects, brand websites. If you head over to if you head over to groovefunnels.com/packages, groovefunnels.com/packages, you can see here how many things you can do and what you can do. So if you're on a free account, you can create 3 websites and you can create 1 share site link, but you can receive 5 links to your account. Like, you can receive 5 links. That means that if you received 1 site, you used it, you're using it, you can receive another one and another one, because you have 3 sites capability, but you can have 5 shared funnels with this setup that we have right now. So you could like delete one of your sites, have another one imported, then delete that one, then have another one imported, and things like that. So you have 3 sites in total, but you can have 3 or 5 share links imported to your account, but you can only have 1 exported from your account. With a lifetime, there are no limits. You can do basically everything. But it's not 3 funnels, it's unlimited funnels, but you can do 3 share links for that. So the subdomain is set up on Groove, not on Namecheap or our host. Yes, yeah, correct. If you connected your domain to Groove, you don't do much. You basically copy over the name servers that Groove gives you, you paste it in on your domain name registrar, and everything else is handled within Groove. So you're correct on this statement. Yeah. Hi David, just tried to upload a training file in GrooveMember. Saw the maximum file is 200 megabytes. What's the maximum file storage I get as a premium member? There is no maximum number of files you can upload in GrooveMember. There is a maximum file size, which is 200 megabytes. But in case you're uploading a training file bigger than that, there are platforms that I would suggest you to use instead, like mega.nz, which gives you 50 gigabytes completely for free. You can use Google Drive links. You can use all sorts of different stuff if you need bigger files than 200 megabytes. There is no limit in the number of files you upload. There's just a number of file size that is limited. What is the bandwidth for the playback? Want to make sure customers do not have buffering problems. If you're using Groove Video, this bandwidth for playback is defined, and it is found on our packages page. So in case you come over here to groovefunnels.com/packages, as you can see in here, you can have a look at the limits of Groove Video. So as a paid member, so as a lifetime paid member, these are the limits. So you can have unlimited number of videos. You get free encoding. You have 100 gigabytes for life, and you get 100 gigabytes bandwidth, and you can upload videos up till 5 gigabytes per video as the file size. So that's basically the limits that you get with Groove Video. In case you're using something else like YouTube or Vimeo or something like that, those numbers don't apply. Regarding Pixel, great, makes sense. In GroovePages, I did add the code to the page header, seemed unnecessary in GrooveKart, so thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, GrooveKart handles it differently in the, I believe, settings, tracking and pixels or something like that. This is where you add on your Facebook pixel, and then it tracks everything automatically. Would you recommend linking GrooveBlog, GrooveMember as subdomains, domain, special root domain versus having separate domains for GrooveBlog and GrooveMember? Definitely. Yeah, if you have one brand, keep them under one domain. It's going to help people understand what it is about. Like, they will also be able to keep track of things, and it's just also easier for you to not need to purchase a lot of different domains and just not need to manage and have a mess in the DNS, like the domain settings, for yourself. One domain, one brand, or one project. It's great. Yeah, perfect. How can I optimize the image that my website will have? So we just mentioned that, Eduardo. So there are systems like Tiny PNG. Like, let me share my screen. Tiny PNG. If you want to upload images to the internet, I highly suggest that you use a service like this one. It allows you to have a large image file compressed to a much smaller one. So let me just demonstrate this. Let's see if this. Okay, so this is a small file. It's 78 kilobytes. But using this system, this tinypng.com, for example, now the file is 21 kilobytes. So it's 72% smaller than what I uploaded. It's going to allow you to have images that don't lose quality, but they just get compressed a little bit, and the file size is much smaller. So there are quite a lot of these platforms that do this. I use one that's called Image Compressor. It does the same thing. It just allows you also to preview on how the actual difference is. So in case I want to increase the compression, I can do that. So if I want less colors, it allows you to see how, like, the difference between the file that is 77 kilobytes or 18 kilobytes. Like, as you see, it's a very small difference on here, but you can like manage how much you want to compress it. So that's what I use, and like, you can pick and choose. There is quite a lot of these services out there. That's what I suggest every time. Whenever you are uploading an image online, just drag them into this one first, and then your sites will be faster, your customers will be happier, because in case they are on a mobile device somewhere in the middle of the forest and they want to visit your site for some reason, or blog, like how to make fire, load speeds are much slower on mobile devices and places where there's not a great internet connection. So this will help them reach your content faster. Okay, let me see, where did I stop here? Is GrooveMail re-release still slated for May 1st? Yes. The thing is, Colleen, that's a great question. We are going to be not making the same mistake as we did earlier with GrooveMail. We are going to be gradually adding on more and more members. So we're not going to be like, here you go, guys, enjoy. We are actually smarter now with all kinds of securities that we put in, protocols for handling the email sending and things like that. So GrooveMail is getting released May 1st. It's going to get gradually. We're going to add first a couple hundred, then a couple thousand, then multiple thousands of people to get access to it, because we don't want to again have the same thing as last time. People just start spamming, and then it goes all to hell. Even if they start spamming now, we have things in place to not cause huge damage, or not cause big damage, but we still want to gradually increase the number of sending emails in GrooveMail, because we want to warm up our IPs. We added on a lot more IPs and different servers for sending, and we just want to gradually warm them up. So at this moment, in case you have sequences and like campaigns that you're sending out with different platforms, now is the time to actually get them to GrooveMail, because once you get access to GrooveMail, once you are enabled to send emails, you can just turn it on and then like be completely done with the email side of your business. How do I make a perm want promo code? I GrooveKart. What? How do I make a promo code? What is a perm? Colleen, could you please restate your question, because I'm not quite sure I can encode it or decode it. Awesome. Love a quick fix. Float cart is working as expected once again. Bam. Make float cart great again. Be sure to vote that feature request at feedback.groovefunnels.com. There's a submission for it already. Not quite sure which one, but Dex pretty confident he answered to somebody on here. Okay. What price plan of Dropified Platinum members have? Thanks, Nicholas. Dropified is not from Groove, so it doesn't really matter if you're Platinum or not. It's like Zapier. If you want to purchase Zapier, you don't get any benefits by being a Groove member. So Dropified is not connected with Groove right now. You can click on the buy button in Dropified and have a look what the prices they have. Sometimes they run campaigns of offering, like, could be discounts. I haven't seen them because personally I am not subscribed to their emails or something like that, so I don't get marketed to. But reach out to their support and see if they have any discounts or something like that if you want to get a Dropified on a discount rate. Would you be able to explain the difference between GrooveKart support email as compared to using a contact email I have through my domain name? I'm looking for simplicity. Do you suggest using the GrooveKart support email as opposed to the domain one which is outside the system? Looking for your thoughts, opinions, and genius insight. Okay, so not everybody will have their own support branded email and access to support at domain.com, for example. Let's just say your domain is, as Mike always says, tinylittleshoes.com. Let's just say you have a G Suite account where you can create as many branded emails as you want. Nicole at tinylittleshoes.com or support at tinylittleshoes.com. Some people have systems in place to manage that one. In case you have that, great. In case you want to receive all the customer info on there, awesome, use that. For the people that are just starting out, my nose is very itchy. For the people that are starting out, they may not have these systems in place, and they need the systems for the customers to contact them through the GrooveKart store. So in those cases, we provide a solution where we can allow users to have a contact form, which is an inbuilt system page. It creates a contact form with a reCAPTCHA for like spamming, that doesn't allow spamming, and that way people can submit questions through the contact form, and the user would get it within the help desk of their GrooveKart platform, which is a one solution that works for some, a solution that doesn't maybe work for some. So it depends what you are already using. If I would be starting out and I don't really have a full-on system behind me, I would probably just start using the GrooveKart system because it's already there, it's free, it's built in, and it's just all in one place. So that's kind of what I would go with. In case you already have your branded email and the inbox that has multiple users can access it and things like that, I'll just continue using that one. But it just depends on what your preferences are. I really like that there is a way which creates a support email to look professional, even if you don't want to pay anything extra. Because with for example, Shopify, you don't really get a branded email built into your store. We do that. We provide you that because we are cool. And you just really need to purchase a domain name if you want to start a business with Groove, and this is apparent from what GrooveKart does. GrooveKart, now you can start a store for free. Just get a domain name so that you look professional, connected with your store, and we can just allow you contact forms and emails and support desk and products and all sorts of different stuff that you don't get anywhere else. That's my genius insight. Hopefully that helps. How to put all blocks on PC view to show on mobile. I used to unclick single view. If I have blocks on top of blocks in mobile, how do I fix this? How do I fix it? If you have blocks on top of blocks, that means that the size or space settings are messed up. Most probably you were using the drag handles before with the last system where when you had all the screens like when you have all the screens pink, then you were editing all the screens. With drag handles, a lot of damage was done, and this is why now we have a different system of handling the responsiveness. At this moment, go into your mobile screens and click on the different blocks and manage the size to be auto. Everything needs to be auto, and the height, so basically the width and height needs to be set on auto. And the spacings, there shouldn't be any negative margins on any of the blocks, any of the containers, any of the elements, because all that could cause that the blocks are just basically overlapping. So make sure you check that. If you need help, I would suggest reaching out to somebody in the Facebook community that is a pro user that could assist you very quickly. You can get somebody probably for a couple of dollars, $30, $50, $100, just sort it out for you, and you can get going with the more important stuff, as I like to say it. How to put all the blocks on PC to show on mobile? That's probably because because they overlap. Most probably that's the reason why you're not seeing all the blocks on mobile. Where is the CSS ID of each element to do CSS coding? Can we upload documents to GroovePages? That's very, very like different questions all in one. But yes, you can upload documents, but not to GroovePages. You can upload images to GroovePages, but not documents. Documents are uploaded to our file library system, which is in GrooveMember. Let me show you where that exactly. So I will start with your second question. For files, you go to GrooveMember, you go to content files. Okay, here you upload them, upload file, and then you can just get a URL like this, copy URL, and you bring them over to your pages and connect it to a button, or you connect it to something. Let me just go to one of my funnels, for example, fitness booking funnel. And if I click on the here in the home page, here we go. If I want to connect this button, for example, with a URL I copied over, I will just click on the pencil icon, and here in the link to URL, I'll paste this link in that I copied over. And now once somebody clicks on this button in my live version of the site, this file would get downloaded directly. So that's basically it. That's the second question you had. The first question is about CSS. Let's just say I have this button and I want to do some CSS on it. You have the custom attributes here in the right hand side corner over here. In the lower right corner, you have custom attributes. If you click on the custom attributes, you can just give the elements ID attribute and elements class attribute. You can also add some custom CSS in here for this particular button. So this is with the custom attributes, you manage that. Each and every element has it. You can also do it on containers, on blocks, and everything else. Let me put this back. Here we are. Is there a way for me to see or edit all members in one area, no matter to which membership they're subscribed? There isn't. It is separated by different memberships. How can we add different favicons for different pages, funnels, and GroovePages? Seems like when I change the favicon, it's only for the whole project. Yeah, that's correct. There isn't a way for changing the favicon right at this moment, but if you would like that, add feature request for it. It would be probably just very simple for us to add, but at this moment it's not prioritized high because there was no request for that for now. So head over to our feedback portal, feedback.groovefunnels.com, and add it in the GroovePages feature request board. What video software do you use? Where can you make your screen as background? I use OBS. OBS is a free platform. It's an open source broadcast something. basically it allows you to create different scenes where you set up, okay, in this scene I want to be in the middle and I want the background to be black, and then in this scene I want to be in the lower left corner, in this scene I want to be on the right corner, in this scene I want to have my face on there, and then a desktop to be small in the upper left corner, and then on here I just want to get removed completely from the screen, and I just want to show the screen that I'm working on. Like, you can create these different scenes in OBS. It's a free platform. Just type in OBS, and also you can learn on YouTube how to use it. It's pretty like versatile. There is a lot of things you can do with OBS. You don't really need to record anything with it. You can just use it as a preview, but what it enables you to do is to create a virtual camera. At this moment, I have my webcam enabled, but it doesn't stream to StreamYard. It is not connected to StreamYard. Let's just give it a better example. I have my camera that is connected to my computer, but it is not used by Skype directly. So camera to Skype, but it's used camera to OBS to Skype. This allows me to actually go on a Skype call and then do all sorts of stuff like this, because it's connected to OBS directly. So yeah, it enables you to do all sorts of interesting stuff. So that's maybe something that you may want to something you may want to do. How soon are the page element templates, global and site-specific blocks, and page builder not showing when an element block is dragged onto it going live? The speed when you drag out an element or a block and then it shows these curly brackets loading, this is because we changed our coding of the platform. It is very, very high on our priority to do this, but at this moment we need and we are 90%, 90 something percent done with it. We need a functionality called saving elements. When we are able to save elements, we can actually remove the old code from the elements that are basically built into the builder. We can just remove the old code and just bring in the new code, so it doesn't show those curly brackets. Whenever you see the curly brackets on the templates, on the blocks, on the elements, when you drag something in, that's basically our builder converting the old code to the new code so it can understand it. At this moment, this is high on our priority list to do this, but even before we do that, there are bugs that need to get smashed in order to have a builder that is more fluent. So it is getting work done. Now that I'm more involved in the development of GroovePages, it is very, very high and on the radar. So I'm watching it. Global and site-specific blocks and global and site-specific blocks. That is also a feature request that is requested very, very often, but it's not a top priority right now. So we are in a phase where we are having a lot of different plans for the future, but right now the current state of GroovePages is that it's in dire need of bug fixes. And at this moment, the stage one that we have currently is get GroovePages better. Okay, get the things that were working that were broken, get them back. Make some minor adjustments that will make big changes in the builder side of things. The next phase is to start improving the extra things that the things that are already there. Like, for example, I mentioned the share functionality for the pages and funnels and things like that. And like, I don't know, I have a full-on list of these things that we are planning to implement. But the first things first is to make the builder work as it is designed, to not have any surprise. When you click on the single screen override mode, it really needs to act like that. So it really needs to override that it is only changing the things on that one screen and things like that. There is a couple of issues with it, and that's the priority number one, to fix it. Everything else is just extra, and we call it phase two. That's coming, and we already have kind of a plan on how to tackle it. We don't have dates on it, but we are working hard on that. GroovePages deployment recently, it should have been out the last week. We had a couple of team members got hit with COVID and all sorts of other issues. We changed the team members in the in the company, so the deployment got delayed a little bit. But next week the deployment is for sure going out. I already tested most of the things that most of the fixes and the new additions. We are getting a couple of great ones, so that is going to make everybody very happy. Oh, sorry, totally typoed. I just trying to say, how do I make a permanent promo code in GrooveKart and in general, or to use specific users? Let's have a look. I don't really have a very good idea of how the promo codes are being created in GrooveKart. I haven't used them myself. Add a new coupon code. Okay, so okay, here's the code. You can generate one with the system and conditions. Limit to single user. So here you can just add it to one particular user that purchased from you. Active dates. So you really just go and select a date far in the future. But there is really no option for don't limit to date. This may be a great feature request, Colleen, in case you want to use something like that. You can request so that there is no limit to the actual coupon in the number of days or in a time frame. So total available, cart rule will be applied first. Total available for users. There you go. So you can also request to have unlimited of these, because it really makes sense in my opinion, in case you just want to have if you want to have just a coupon code that works forever in each and every case, and basically whenever somebody finds it to work, that would be extra functionality that would need to be added on. At this moment, these are the options. So if you need anything else, anything extra, you can fully request it. Head over to our feedback portal, feedback.groovefunnels.com, and request it from here. Or in case you're in GrooveKart already, upper right hand side corner, request the feature, and then you can just request it in here. That is on this topic. Facebook has asked me to verify the domain groovecell.com. Does it mean we can't use GrooveCell tracking for Facebook pixel anymore? Not sure how you were adding that on. It shouldn't ask you to verify it if that is if that is. You should not really be in need of verifying in case you're just using pixel code. If you're adding a site on there for analytics or something like that, it will probably ask you to verify. I did a training on how to actually track conversions with GroovePages and GrooveCell. Let me show you immediately where that is. If you head over to our Groove Digital YouTube channel and you type in pixel, you can have a look at the how to track Facebook pixel conversions in GrooveFunnels. So in here, I exactly explain you what you need to do, how to do it, and so on. And then we go and add on this Facebook pixel, and over here we create events for purchase using using GrooveCell. So this may be something that you want to have a look into and follow step by step in case you have a funnel and you want to track the purchases. There wasn't any place where I needed to verify GrooveCell. If you're doing it the way I did it in this training, you don't really need to verify any kind of domains, and you are not able to verify domain on GrooveCell because you don't own that domain. So follow the training that I did in here, and that will get you that will show you how to connect proper conversion tracking with a Facebook pixel. How do we create a legal page? When trying to set up page URL to a legal, it says name must be unique, so I assume there's already somewhere a legal page set up. I don't know what system you're using. I don't know who you are. If you are watching this video still, please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook so I can kind of connect your questions with the previous questions you have. At this moment, here's the link, streamyard.com/Facebook. Just go on there, approve it so I can see your profile image and your name, so I can know who you are to communicate with you better. But at this moment, I don't know what platform you're trying to use. If it is GrooveKart, you have a different way of managing the legal pages. If it is GroovePages, it should work. So please let me know what kind of platform you're using. Excellent answer on GrooveKart support email answer. Really appreciate it. Awesome, thank you. That sounds like you have another page with that folder site that is already named legal. Yep, most probably. If it is GroovePages. My product categories in my menu don't appear on mobile device. My product categories in my menu. This is most probably GrooveKart. Not sure why or how, but if you could give us a little bit more information what you did so far, maybe you may disable the menu. I don't know, but you may want to reach out to support in case this is the case that it just doesn't show on mobile. Does GrooveKart have auto suggestion to buyers of other products they would be interested in, or is it done manually through upsells tab and selecting the individual product? Genius insight, very much appreciated. We do have a system called related products that you can go in, and if you open GrooveKart, you go to my products, and it's not automatically generated. It is something that you kind of enable and choose the related products that are for that, and then GrooveKart shows it to the customers below on the product page. Like for example, Amazon. When you go and, for example, purchase this phone on Amazon, it will also show related products, maybe a phone cover or maybe a screen protector and things like that. So you in GrooveKart you have the ability to do the same, but it's just manually done. It's not automatic by the system. So let me just show you products. My products. I'm kind of waiting for it to open my products. We're also having changes to GrooveKart. I will do an announcement about it next week. We are just waiting for a couple of improvements, and one of these changes is going to be the speed improvements for GrooveKart. Not sure why I'm not able to open it. Could be that I was logged out. But anyway, you go into the settings of one of your products and you go into where you're setting up the bumps and the upsells. There's also an option for related products, and there you select the related products, and then on your product page in the layout in the builder you can set up a block which will show the related products. So you can sell a mobile phone and then also offer other products like the screen protector and the mask for the phone and things like that. Okay, question from Kevin over here. Can I use full HTML and CSS from another site on another of my sites on WordPress on my GroovePages or GrooveBlog member card? So full HTML and CSS, that's not possible to use within Groove the way to be able to edit it. Okay, so if you actually go out on any other site, let me just show you. And I don't know, let's just go over to groovefunnels.com. For example, it's not a WordPress site, I know, but I'm just going to use this for an example. If you go and view page source, you get the actual code with HTML and CSS. If I want to bring this in GroovePages, I would be able to do this using the code embed element. Okay, the code embed element allows you to do that exactly, like embed the code, and you do this. You click save and you get the actual page visible. You can also make it so that it's full width. Let's just use the container. Let's just make sure that this is in spacing, there's no spacing, and that the size is max width is 100%. Now the page is full width. If we preview it, it's basically opening up groovefunnels.com within my builder. But now I don't really have an option to edit any of these things. So if I click on things, it's just basically code that the system is reading. Also the pop-ups can be seen. Also everything that is on the original page, original site, I just copied it over blatantly, like without any like thinking. It copies over the Facebook pixel, it copies over everything. So that's possible, but it's not the right way. So yeah, HTML code, HTML and CSS works in the builder, but it doesn't work with our own components. Like when you are previewing, for example, the GrooveFunnels website, you can see that we have these things like GP component and whatsoever. Let's just have a look on here. Here we go, GP styled element. So this is GroovePages components. GroovePages builder knows how to read this stuff. It doesn't know how to read WordPress code because WordPress page builders also have their own kind of elements that they are using. So it needs to be translated so that our builder can understand it first, and then it would be able, you would be able to edit it. But at this moment, just pure HTML and CSS code, our builder doesn't understand and it cannot edit right now. Any near future plans to enable us accept cryptocurrency as payment option? Yeah, that is a plan. We don't really have a full-on date yet for it, but like the world is going into this cryptocurrency way, and we want to be a part of that. And I can see a lot of requests for that one in the feedback portal as well. So we, and one of our founders, John Cornetta, is also just recently started going into more and more of the cryptocurrency. So he definitely is one of the bigger voices in our company that wants to see this added on. So yeah, definitely. I cannot tell you a date, but it is being talked about. My problem is I have an extra member, in other words, someone not in a course, but I only see a number in active members and total members. No name is listed. My problem is I have an extra member, in other words, someone not in a course, but I only see a number of active members and total members. I don't really understand what this is. Could you please record a short Loom video and reach out to support with? I don't know if this will help, but could be. In GrooveMember, if you go to My Members, you have a date selector, and the date selector is set up for a month, I believe, at this moment. In case you set it up for all time, it is going to show you more members. So as you see now, in all time, I have 10 members, but if I just see 1 month, I have 2 records. So you may need to change this this date selector to see everybody in here. Not sure if this actually answers the question that you had, but yeah, I don't fully understand what the issue may be. So please record a detailed Loom video. Make sure that your address bar is visible so we can see all of this stuff in here, because that's quite important for our devs and support team members to understand. And then once you report it, we can look into it in more details. At this moment, I don't fully understand the issue, so I would appreciate it in case you reach out to our support team. Okay, that I believe I answered. I don't really think this is for me. Question. Sorry if it's a dumb question, but what's the difference between a page and funnel steps? Page is just one page, let's say about us, contact, homepage of your website or something like that. Let's consider the pages for your website. Funnels are different systems where you can sell things. At this moment, the only difference is that folders, the funnels are in folders. Like it's a funnel for a website agency. funnel for this one. Each and every one of these funnels can have multiple different pages. So at this moment, it is purely categorization benefits. I wanted to create a funnel. I first started with creating a page, then made a template and added it to the funnel. Now I have the same page at 2 places. So shall I delete the page and keep it in the funnel? Which URL should I share with the people for showing them the funnel? Depends of your setup, really. If you have one project website or brand project, let's just call it brand project, which is an account where you click into the builder and then you can see all the options in there. If you have one brand project for only one funnel, you don't need anything else, you just want one funnel on there, then you can create the home page as a page, as a normal regular page, and then actually you can create all the pages of that funnel as pages. In case you plan to do more with that brand project, let's just say that you want to have a brand website for that, you plan to sell more products with different funnels, then you nicely categorize them in different funnel folders so that you have everything nice and tidy for the future expansions. That's basically how we see it. The pages are your website pages, the funnels are your funnel pages. Funnels also allow you to have folders for categorization, and that's kind of the benefit of the both. We'll have more things for the funnels like stats and analytics for particular funnel folder and things like that. Also with a funnel mapping platform that we are planning, it will make more sense. At this moment, it's just like separation of your website pages from the funnels, but later on it will have more importance. I have a website with pages in several languages for different users from different countries. How do I do in GroovePages to determine by IP of the region the page that the user will see in the browser? I have no idea how I would do that. There is probably some sort of external code that would understand the IP of the user first, and then like show them the correct page. But I don't really know that. Like, there are like Google Translate codes you can add onto your pages, and then have Google translate your pages, and then you just add that code in the somewhere in the navigation of your menu or something like that. But like IP address, and it directs people separately on to the specific pages, that's not an inbuilt functionality. At this moment, you would probably need a developer to do this for you with some external code that I don't fully understand. I watched your GrooveCell training and implemented it late last year. Until now, I only received Facebook notification yesterday at my business manager. Not sure why. It shouldn't really take that long for it to be active. So you may need to look into maybe Facebook change some things. Facebook changes very regularly. So this I don't really know how that works and why only now you receive the notification. Any idea how to push my GrooveKart product directly to Facebook? I tried working through it myself and got this XML file. Not sure where to go now, as my backend Facebook still wants to recognize my old Shopify store. Any thoughts? We do have the feeds. Come on. If we go to the GrooveKart admin panel in the apps app manager, I believe it is here. Let me have a look. Yeah, Facebook product feed. Add unlimited Facebook pixel. This is the description is not correct. Facebook product feed allows you to actually display your products in the Facebook shop. Basically, you create the product feed over here. I haven't used it myself, but it works like any other feed that you use online. So just have a look how other systems do it. To be honest, it's just a regular Facebook feed generator. And this is Facebook will need an XML, and through here, oh yeah, I believe now you get it. Oh, that's handy. Thanks so much. Didn't think to look there. Will do. Okay, so yeah, that's the Facebook feed which creates a URL, and then Facebook will pull in your products as it wants. To be honest, I haven't used it myself, so I didn't explore all of these options, but I'm pretty confident that it's very self-explanatory with all these toggles and here. And disable image URL, disable find covers, disable additional images, and like have a look, play with it. And this is, I believe, the stats of when you click generate the feed now, and then you can give Facebook that link, so it will pull in the products by itself. I struggle in GroovePages when I try to use thank you pages and forms in other languages. What exactly is the problem? Could you explain a little bit more? Like at this moment, I don't really understand what could be the issue. So is it me? Frida, I can see it. I don't know what this relates to, but if you asked questions earlier and I didn't see you because of this StreamYard access, now I can see you. Any reason why support department is taking so long to respond to tickets? I have no clue what the ticket is, so I don't really have more insight. Please reach out to them again. I don't really know what I could be able to tell you on this one. I don't know if it is a technical question, not a technical question. So I'm not the best person to ask about that. You can also set up links in your menu tabs to different folder pages. That's probably for something else. This question was a shot in the dark. Thanks. Some direction is better than none. Hey, David, you're always so helpful. So happy for you on your promotion. Thank you very much, Susan. I appreciate it. I'm actually very happy myself because now I have ability to translate your guys' needs to the developers right away, and not only that, but to manage the priorities of development. Before I was like, users want this, but I was like not really involved in the decision making. Now I am fully involved in the decision making, and also in the new product development. Just today we had a big meeting on GDPR because we are working on the GDPR things, and kind of I was the only one from Europe, not only one from the like the dev customer support place in the team, and I did a full-on presentation on how we need to do GDPR in the system, and then everybody says, yeah, let's do it this way. So I kind of understand what the customers want, what the customers need, and then I can actually benefit this company with that kind of information. How do I design the header, footer, and have it apply to all pages? You would need to design one and then save your block and bring them into all pages. We don't have a global functionality to just create it once and have it automatically added to everything. If I make a change after I create a template and put it on the page, do I have to make another template and put it on all pages again? Or can I just make a change to the template and applies to all pages? No, you would need to create one, save it as a block, and then apply it manually on all of your pages at this moment. This was a question earlier by somebody on here about this global blocks. I don't really know because here we go. So it was a Facebook user. I cannot see who that was, but they were asking about global blocks and site-specific blocks. But that is going to be coming. It's not an available feature right now, but we do have it planned. Could you explain the functionalities that GrooveBlog has to publish a post on Facebook and other social media? GrooveBlog doesn't have the functionality to post on Facebook. it publishes a post on GrooveBlog, it doesn't really go to Facebook. Is global coming? Yes. It's frustrating. I have a lot of pages. Well, that's going to get easier with if you save the block and just reapply it. But I can see if you have tons of pages that it's kind of hard to manage, but there's basically no workaround on that one. Yep, basically that is it. For everybody now that is watching, I want to mention one more time, if you didn't receive the emails, we have our Groove Digital Present is cancelled, and let me just share my screen with this email. We are not going to be doing the Groove Digital Presents. There are some things that we couldn't. Here we go. There are some things out of our control that that made us cancel this Groove Digital Presents. So if you are planning to do to sit through our awesome SEO presentation at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unfortunately we needed to cancel it. So just as an FYI, there was an email sent out to everybody, but I like how we put these emails like, and now some better news. You know what isn't canceled? The weekend. Yes, so definitely the weekend is still here and it's coming, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is kind of it for today. 1 hour 45 minutes. I managed to answer quite a lot of interesting questions. So thank you very much for being here. We are going to do another session like this on Tuesday. So if you do have any questions, feel free to jump on the live training. And if not, feel free to ask them in the Facebook group. If it is like a more recommendation type of question, in case it is a tech question, feel free to reach out to our support. And if you have some other feedback and like something else to bring to the Groove table, feel free to reach our feedback portal, feedback.groovefunnels.com. So yeah, thank you very much for being here. I wish you a pleasant and a relaxing weekend. You deserve it. For those of you that are planning to work on Groove, feel free to reach out to our awesome community in case you do have any questions. But that is kind of it for today. Thank you very much for being here. See you on Tuesday. Bye for now.